Some days feel heavier than others. The silence grows louder, the doubts pile higher. And yet, in the quiet, there is something unbreakable stirring inside you. A spark that refuses to die. A whisper that says, keep going. You were never built for comfort. You were made to endure, to adapt, to evolve. You have walked through fire and emerged wiser. You have fallen apart and still chosen to begin again. That is not weakness. That is the definition of strength. The path ahead won't be perfect. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when everything inside you begs to quit. But those moments are your invitation to rise, to prove to yourself that the power you seek has always been within. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where the fight begins to shift. The day you stop waiting for permission. The day you stop seeking validation. The day you finally remember who you are. So breathe deep, stand tall, and walk forward. Not because it's easy, but because you were made for this. Because every scar you carry is proof you survive. Because every step you take from here is a declaration. I am not done. I am just getting started. There is a moment in every life when the noise fades and the truth becomes undeniable. You cannot keep living halfway. You cannot keep silencing your fire to make others comfortable. The ache you feel is not weakness. It is your potential begging to be set free. You have dreams that scare you because they are bigger than the life you've settled for. You have a vision that won't go away no matter how much you try to ignore it. That is not coincidence. That is your soul remembering who it's supposed to become. You are not here to fit in. You are not here to repeat the stories of fear and failure that were handed to you. You are here to break cycles, to create something that has never existed before, to stand in your truth even when your voice shakes. Every excuse has already been used. Every delay has already stolen enough time. Now is the moment to move. Not perfectly, not fearlessly, but honestly, boldly, consistently. Because you owe it to yourself to see what happens when you stop holding back. Let the world watch. Let them doubt. Let them talk. While you build, while you rise, while you prove to yourself that the future is not written by those who wait. It is written by those who show up again and again until the impossible becomes real. Sometimes it takes losing everything to realize you had the power all along. Not the kind of power the world celebrates. The quiet, relentless force that refuses to quit. The strength that rises after every fall. The courage that whispers, one more step. Even when you're walking through darkness, you were not made to live small. You were not born to simply exist. There's a reason your heart beats louder when you dream. There's a reason you feel restless in places that no longer grow you. That is life calling you forward. That is your purpose refusing to be buried. No one is coming to save you. No miracle is arriving to fix what you keep avoiding. If you want change, you must become it. If you want freedom, you must fight for it. Not with noise, not with rage, but with discipline, with truth, with action. Every minute you hesitate is a minute you hand to fear. Every time you wait for the right moment, you delay your future. There is no perfect time. There is only now. Now to decide. Now to move. Now to rise. So build even when no one claps. Work even when no one sees. Keep going even when the doubts scream louder than your dreams. Because the life you want is not handed to you. It is earned in silence, in effort. In the moments when you choose not to give up. There is a fire within you that refuses to die, even when everything feels heavy. Even when the days blur together and the nights echo with doubt, that fire remains. It flickers in silence. It waits for you to breathe life into it again. The world does not owe you understanding. People may overlook you. They may question your worth. But your value was never theirs to measure. You are not here to be defined. You are here to build, to rise, to leave something behind that only you could create. Pain will come. Disappointment will knock. But neither have the power to break you unless you surrender. You have fallen before and still found the strength to stand. You have faced storms and chosen to walk forward anyway. That is not weakness. That is resilience. The mirror does not show you everything. It cannot reflect the battles you've survived or the growth that's invisible to the eye. But it's there. In every choice to keep going. In every decision to grow when it would be easier to stay small. You are the author now. No longer a victim of past chapters. No longer a prisoner of fear. Each morning is a blank page. Each breath a new beginning. Write with fire. Live with intention. And never forget the power to transform. Everything begins with one bold step forward. Somewhere deep inside, there's a voice you've ignored for far too long. Doesn't scream. Doesn't demand. But it never leaves. It whispers every time you doubt yourself. Every time you hesitate. Every time you settle for less than what you're capable of. That voice is your truth. The real you. The version of yourself that remembers the dreams before the world told you to be realistic. It remembers the fire before fear poured water over it. It remembers the vision before comfort blurred it into routine. You were not born to repeat yesterday. You were not made to shrink into roles that suffocate your spirit. Every second you spend playing small is a second stolen from the person you're meant to become. And that version of you is waiting, not in some distant future, but in the choice you make right now. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, people might not understand. Yes, the path is uncertain. But greatness is never found in safety.